Welcome back. Let's carry on. Saving Phaedra.
That's it, Fenriel. Hard on the downstroke, then lift. Good. I'll have you scribing all my letters soon. If I'd known you were such a brave lad, I'd have brought you into the business years ago.
Does that mean I can come with you to Antitha, Father? Mother said maybe this summer. Right, Mother?
Your father never wanted anything to do with you. Don't trust him.
Why are you lying to me?
Don't listen, son. She's always been ashamed of you. She wanted you gone, so she could go back to the dailies. I'm the one who loves you.
But why can't I remember you?
This is a trick, Fenrir. He wants something from you.
Why? That's right. I spent my whole childhood waiting for you.
Your mother never allowed.
My mother loves me. She showed me the letters she wrote you. You never wrote back. And it was Mother who taught me to write, not you. I've never met you before. Who are you?
Don't question
me.
Ah!
You turned him against me.
Complete accident. I was trying to help. Honest.
Take away my pets, and I'll take away yours. How loyal are these friends you drag into the Fade? Would your pirate queen stay if the open water beckoned? What do you say, sweetheart? A two-mast brigantine, square main topsail, 100 well-built lads to answer your every whim. I know you've been looking for a stiff masthead.
Should I turn around now to let you stab me in the back? Or would you rather it be a surprise?
You are just the sweetest.
The Siren's Call too awaits
Siren's
in
Call too.
Cockle Harbor. I will be under the firs in the captain's quarters.
I like big boats.
Oh my God.
I cannot lie.
Everyone take down Isabella. Just ASAP. There we go. Alright. Nothing like a couple of mages in the face, kicking ass. I knew you'd never abandon me, Anders. Let's get this over with.
I'm not sure if this is real. If so, it is the second time I owe you my life. The Fade feels different now. I see the stitches, the seams holding it together. I feel I could wake at any moment.
Dreamers control the Fade and the dreams of people in it.
I see why the Chantry fears us. I've heard tales of magisters who stalk their enemies and use their own dreams to destroy them. You're right. I must master it, find someone to study under. But Dalish do not have what I need. Perhaps Tevinter. If these powers can be trained, it would be there. My mother would not look kindly on such a journey. Can you give her my farewell?
May the Maker guide your path, Fenrir.
Perhaps there is a way out of this. I can do this.
Attaboy, Fenrir. I believe in you! Yay!
Fenrir has mastered his powers.
Then he lives. You saved him. I cannot thank you enough. Keeper Marathari, may I return with you to the Sunderlands? I would like to ask for my son's forgiveness.
Of course. It was you who chose to stay away.
He must go elsewhere to train. There is no one in Kirkwall to help him. He asked me to say goodbye.
My son? No. I must find him before he goes.
It is wise for him to seek guidance. Kirkwall cannot provide what he needs. I truly did not think what you did was possible. You are a rare human indeed.
And I must apologize for my weakness. I would have thought myself above such influence.
Does this mean I'm not getting my ship? Bugger it all.
I find there's nothing like being possessed to keep you on the straight and narrow.
Your friends awakened here some time ago. We all have weaknesses the demons find. You accomplished a miracle with Fenrir. This book belonged to the last dreamer of our tribe. It has a rare magic beyond price. Please, accept it with my gratitude.
You got it, Marathari. Hawke really did like Marathari. He thought she was great. Which is part of the reason, I think, why he never really got on with Meryl. Like, he couldn't understand it. Like, thinking Marathari's great. He couldn't understand why Meryl didn't trust her. And actually, let's also choose second specialization. Just get that out of the way.
Did you ever think about killing yourself?
I could ask you the same thing.
I'm serious. To get out of slavery, to escape Daenerys. Don't tell me you never thought about it.
I did not. To kill oneself is a sin in the eyes of the Maker.
You believe that?
I try to. Some things must be worse than slavery.
Some things are worse than death.
This conversation is profoundly sad. Like, this could have so easily been a linchpin for them to realize that they've actually got a lot in common. Like, they were both held against their will in places that they couldn't stand. Like, you guys could have been friends if you had fucking gotten over yourselves for once in your goddamn lives. Alright. Let's see. I just want to pop out really quickly to Lowtown so I can get Fenris's Act 2 present, which is here? Is this it? Here? That's it. Awesome, the Book of Shartan. Okay. We've got a lot to talk about with our friends, so let's go ahead and do that. Also gotta go back to the Hawke estate, huh? Okay. Let's start with Fenris, because we got, like, a whole bunch of shit to talk about with Fenris.
I have been thinking about what happened in the Fade. That a demon could have played so easily on my fears disturbs me. I failed you. I won't let that happen again.
The demon was using magic on your mind. It's as simple as that.
And yet she didn't manage to influence you. As for the boy, we shall see what he becomes, and if he regrets the mercy you provided. But that is not important now. Let's just hope we face nothing similar in the future.
Huh. Usually they give... well, whatever. Let's give him
I
this
have
present.
something for you.
It's a book.
It's a subject you're familiar with. The book is by Shartan, the elf who helped Andraste free the slaves. You know about him, right?
A little. It's just... slaves are not permitted to read. I've never learned.
It's not too late to learn, Fenris.
Isn't it? Sometimes I wonder. I don't mean to seem ungrateful. I do appreciate the thought. I've always wanted to learn more of Shartan. Perhaps this is my chance.
Yeah! And then we leveled up his friendship, which is awesome. Let's see. Quickly do this. Fenris. Let's give you a little more cunning, my dude. And a little more dexterity. That crit chance. Got a lot to talk about with Fenris.
Last bottle of the Egregio. I've been saving it for a special occasion.
And what's that?
The anniversary of my escape. Astia Vala Femundis. Care to hear the story?
I thought you avoided talking about this.
Not on special occasions.
I enjoy listening to you talk.
And I enjoy a man willing to speak his mind. Let's see. You've heard of Saharan? The Imperium and the Qunari have fought over the island for centuries now. I was there with Daenerys during a Qunari attack. I managed to get him to a ship, but there was no room for a slave. I was left behind. I barely got out of the city alive.
I thought Daenerys considered you valuable.
He wasn't given a choice. The look on his face as the ship pulled out was priceless. There are rebels in the Saharan jungles called Fog Warriors. They found me and took me in, nursed me back to health. I stayed with them for a time, until Daenerys finally came for me.
Were you with these Fog Warriors willingly?
I'd grown fond of the rebels. They bowed to no master and fought for their freedom. It was beyond my experience. When Daenerys came, they refused to let him take me. He ordered me to kill them, so I did. I killed them all.
Why would you do such a thing?
It felt inevitable. My master had returned and this fantasy life was over. But once it was done, I looked down at their bodies. I felt I couldn't. I ran and never looked back.
Didn't Daenerys stop you?
The rebels had wounded him. The soldiers he brought attempted to capture me, unsuccessfully. It was weeks before Daenerys was able to mount the hunt in earnest, but by then, I was already gone.
Couldn't you have found other Fog Warriors? Become a rebel?
Even if I did, I felt unworthy. I had no way of knowing if I could truly escape from Daenerys then. I didn't even know what that meant. I simply had to get away. I stowed aboard a ship to the mainland and moved south, chased by my former master every step of the way.
I have to wonder why you stayed with Daenerys as long as you did.
You have not been a slave. A slave does not dream of freedom or wonder at possibilities. You think only of your master's desires and what the next hour will bring. It did not occur to me that I could be anything else until I had a taste of it.
But there are stories of slaves rebelling all the time. They did in Kirkwall.
The ritual that gave me my markings also stripped me of my memory. Whatever I was before may as well have never been. Perhaps if I knew, I might have felt differently.
How well did you know these Fog Warriors?
I knew them only a few months, but in that time, I felt as if I truly lived. They were bold, strong, free with their affections. I was in awe of them and owed them everything. And I turned on them even so.
This can't be easy to talk about.
I've never spoken about what happened to anyone. I've never wanted to. Perhaps this is what it means to have a friend.
It might mean more than that.
I have never allowed anyone too close. When my markings were created, the pain was extraordinary, and the memory lingers. But you are a man unlike any other, Hawke. With you, it might be different.
We could find out.
On another evening, perhaps. A last toast, then. To the fallen.
Oh, man. And that was the moment Hawke fell in love with Fenris. When he really opened up about escaping slavery, when he was really vulnerable for the first time. Hawke tripped over his own goddamn feet and fell in love with the broody little elf. Poor Hawke. Poor Fenris. Alright, let's quickly chat with Isabella as well. Let's keep this emotion train going.
I never have affairs with my crew. Once they see you naked with your ass in the air, they think they don't have to take orders. Men. Oh, you have to be twice as tough to earn half as much respect.
Preach.
So did the crew member mutiny? I mean, after you... You know.
Oh no. I had the offending member removed. That got rid of the attitude. Oh, look, it's Hawke.
Hi, Meryl. Bye, Meryl.
I like big boats, I cannot lie. Really, Isabella?
Well, I do. Blighted Demon knew it too. I'm sorry I abandoned you in the Fade. That was foolish of me. I mean, I didn't even get the ship in the end.
I don't blame you. I understand what it's like to be under the influence of a demon.
You... what? That's it? No angry rant? Are you trying to get me to jump into bed with you? Because it's working.
Friends forgive each other.
Now you're making my insides feel squishy. Oh, go away.
Aw, yay, and now we've leveled up Bella's friendship! Yeah!
Isabella, my dusky goddess.
Oh god.
You have buried yourself in the flesh of my heart like a worm in a red, red apple. You heartworm, you.
Oh, look, my friend is here. Excuse me.
But I haven't gotten to the part where I invite you to feast upon my tender white flesh.
That's all right. I think I'll manage. Speaking of romance, you and Fenris, eh? That taut, controlled body, the brooding demeanor and intense gaze. I hear he still wears the shackles from his life in bondage under his clothes. You know what they say about men like that, don't you?
I'm gonna regret asking you to continue, aren't I?
He can't find a saw. I had you there. You thought I was going to say something dirty.
Oh, Bella, I love you so much.
I noticed some notes on the table the other day.
Oh, man.
Why do you always win at cards?
Because I cheat, kitten.
I love Bella
This
and Meryl.
trinket, it's elven, isn't it? From your clan. Don't bet anything you're not prepared to lose. Here, have it back. A jigger of your finest whiskey for my friend over here. The hanged man's finest isn't much, but it'll get you just as drunk as anything you'll find in Hightown.
And you'll wake up and find someone stolen your trousers.
That's when you know it's a party. I thought I'd have to watch myself around you, but as it turns out, you're all right.
What do you mean, I'm all right?
You don't judge people. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You know, little things like that. If I had someone like you on board my ship when the storm hit, maybe we wouldn't have been shipwrecked.
Maybe you would have been shipwrecked sooner. I'm a terrible sailor.
Are you? I suppose I'll have to keel haul you till you shape up.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Isabella.
Do you ever have any regrets?
About what?
Anything? Everything? I can't figure you out.
The past's past. I learned that young. If it can't bring you gold or giggles, what's the point in dwelling on it?
Maybe the chance to fix a mistake? Make things right again?
Hey? Our mistakes make us who we are.
That was almost profound.
I'm glad you're getting along, you two.
Hey.
Alrighty. We've got a little bit more time in this episode. Let's dip into the Hawke estate and check that letter out.
I hope all is well. There's a letter for you. Strange how the messages never come while you're home.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. From Masha. Messere Hawke, I wanted to thank you for helping my brother. I worry about what the Templars will do to Karen, but if it's what he wants, he is grateful that you defended him before Sir Cullen. Didn't that happen like 3 years ago? I mean, you're welcome, I guess, but like...
I've been wondering if I shouldn't remarry. I've seen how you and that elf look at each other. I'm sure the last thing you need is your mother watching over your shoulder every time you come home. But perhaps there is still life once your children have outgrown you.
You've been through a lot. You deserve any joy you can find.
Thank you, love. No one could ever replace your father. But it is refreshing to think I could still be courted at this age.
I guess that's triggered later. Alright. We've had a lot of good one-on-ones. We've made friends with Bella and Fenris. And I think we will keep doing that in the next episode, because Anders wants to talk to us, and so does Aveline. So I think we'll do that next time. Look forward to it.